Cocoa, a primary cash crop in Ghana, has played a significant role in the agricultural and industrial landscape of the country since it was first planted on these shores by Tete Kwashi many centuries ago. Ghana is currently a dominant player in the world cocoa trading arena. Once the largest producer of cocoa in the world, Ghana is currently second to its West African neighbors, Ivory Coast. Ghana, however, still produces the highest quality of cocoa beans.
Ghana produces about 850,000 metric tons of cocoa beans compared to 2.2 million, which is being produced by Ivory Coast, which is very huge. Ghana is more based on family-based farming, whereby Ivory Coast is being based on plantations. The cocoa industry is being regulated by the Ghana government under the Cocoa Board, whereby all sales, purchasing and export is being controlled by the Cocoa Board. The installed capacity of Ghana cocoa is around 450,000 metric tons, of which Ghana processed about 250,000 metric tons of cocoa beans. The rest is being exported to the international markets.
There is a high and rising demand for cocoa beans and cocoa-related products around the globe. This continuous growth in demand is a sign of an industry that will continue to boom for many years to come.
Ghana produces about 850,000 metric tons of cocoa, but only 2% is being consumed in the country, which is very, very small. And that is what we are here to be able to change the paradigm by increasing the cocoa consumption in Ghana. Most of the chocolate that is in the country, about 30%, is being imported into the country. So we need to be able to increase industrialization of chocolate production in Ghana.
With the global fortunes of the cocoa industry looking bright and the value addition of cocoa on the continent really low, Ghana needs to step up as a key provider of cocoa. That is where Niche Cocoa Limited comes into the picture. Established in 2011, Niche, as it is affectionately known, is the leading privately owned cocoa processing company in Ghana. The company was founded mainly to produce semi-finished cocoa products such as cocoa butter, cocoa liquor, cocoa cake, and cocoa powder. Edmund, an engineer and a seasoned businessman with experience in investment banking with Goldman Sachs, is the founder and CEO of the company. He is spearheading and leading the team.
So currently, Niche is processing about 90,000 metric tons of Ghana's cocoa, which is about 10% of Ghana's cocoa. And our goal is to be able to continue to add more value to the Ghana cocoa before we export to the international market. Secondly, our goal is to be able to increase the cocoa consumption in the country. And by doing so, we have introduced, we have moved into the tertiary processing, whereby we are producing chocolate ready to drink, chocolate spread, instant powders for the consuming markets. We believe that we are able to establish a good confectionery plant, whereby we can replicate this one in other African countries.
Niche produces high-quality products in line with local and international certification standards. The company currently holds the following certifications: FSSC 22000, Halal, Kosher, Fair Trade, Organic, Rainforest Alliance, Ghana FDA, Ghana Standards Authority, GSA, and UTZ. The honor of being awarded the National Award for Export Achievement in 2015 for being the Exporter of the Year spurred Niche on to start chocolate production in 2017 for both local and international consumption.
Niche has been the Ghana Exporter of the Year for 3 consecutive years. And our goal, like I said, is to be able to add value to Ghana cocoa before we export to the international market. Being an Exporter of the Year shows that we are just doing that by exporting at least 10% of Ghana's cocoa, adding value to it before we export. And also we are bringing the foreign exchange into the country, whereby it's been able to help the country to be able to be stable. So Nish has established a license buying company whereby we buy cocoa from the farmers and sell to the Ghana government. The cocoa industry is being regulated by the Ghana government. So you can't just buy the cocoa beans from the farmer. You need to be licensed. And we have a license to be able to buy cocoa from the farmers, then sell to the Ghana government. By doing so, we're able to have an impact and improve the livelihood of the cocoa farmers. So our goal within our sustainability program is to help the cocoa farmer and improve the livelihood of the cocoa farmer.
As part of its strategic plan, corporate social responsibility, and in line with the Government of Ghana's school feeding policy, Nish will roll out a program aimed at introducing Ghanaian primary and secondary students to chocolate.
The goal is to feed 5.6 million kids for 100 school feeding days as the school feeding program. By doing so, we believe that it will help with the nutrition of the kids, giving them one meal before they go to school.
Nish will use state-of-the-art equipment and support supplied by Sidel and Tetra Pak to achieve this.
Nish's goal is to be able to establish at least 4 ready-to-drink chocolate drinks in Africa. And we have partnered with Sidel, whereby we are going to produce these chocolate or equipment for these countries. So our partnership with them is to be able to replicate what we are doing in Ghana in 4 other countries. So Ivory Coast, Senegal, Kenya, and South Africa. When you think of Ghana, you should think of cocoa. And when you think of cocoa, you should think of chocolate. And how are we going to let Ghana to be the hub for chocolate? And that has been my goal, to be able to bring that brand that Ghana, when you think of Ghana, you think of chocolate. And so far, we've been able to establish a chocolate factory in Ghana, whereby we are producing confectionery products. We need to be able to improve the consumption and at least improve the brand that we are creating here. And we believe we can put Ghana back on the map, whereby chocolate, when you think of Ghana, you can think of chocolate. And if I'm able to achieve that, then I think that is my ultimate goal. And that is something that I really want to do. And we think we've brought in good people with technical know-how to be able to support us. And we have created about 600 employees. And that is something that I'm very happy to see putting Ghanaians to work.
Nish Cocoa Limited is positioned to energize the cocoa consumption locally while maintaining its lead in the export of cocoa products to the global market. The growth of the Ghanaian cocoa industry starts right here, and Nish Cocoa Limited is set to deliver on their promises.